This is the book Second Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin, it is the world which he made. Barak thy Yahweh, Barak thy Yahweh Shai, Barak thy Yahweh, Barak thy Yahweh Shai, Barak thy Yahweh, Barak thy Yahweh Shai, Kal Haloi Ma Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Rule well, been a great example to his young brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Lord, when this edifying lesson, this another edition of Measure Out the Time diligently. And Lord, when this edifying. So we're going to get straight into it.
Finally tonight here, the universe as it's never been seen before.
We turn our eyes now to the sky with more incredible...
You are looking at some of the deepest views of space ever captured.
Scientists say these images change everything.
It's almost a spiritual experience because you realize that there was a beginning. And in this cosmos...
And when you're dealing with the beginning, the earth is the beginning. That's the beginning that it was, man. The earth, the planet. It started with the earth, but on a universal stance. But it ultimately started with Yahweh, why Yahweh shot, man. You know, Yahweh created his only begotten son. His only begotten son created everything else. So let's get that. This is this the book of John, chapter. This is Saint John chapter 1 and verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with, and the Word, Salaki. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. And it's going into Yahweh Shai, being with, in the beginning was the Word, which is the Lord is the Word, Yahweh Shai is the Word, and the Word was with Yahweh, and the Word was a power. The same was in the beginning with Yahweh. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. But the point being was without him was anything made. And the first thing the Lord created, Yahweh created Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai created the 144,000, man. The first fruits. And then, they began creating everything else, man.
Slideshow, the best is yet to come.
They're going to release some more later on today. It proves we're not alone.
NASA's James Webb Space Telescope is returning its first color images from the outer reaches of the universe.
Yeah, and you're not alone, because what they mean by this prove we're not alone. They perceive that the Israelites, the angels, the so-called UFOs, unidentified, like unidentified flying objects, UAPs, unidentified area phenomenons. They perceive those to be little green men from Mars, some type of different strange being from another planet. No, man. The UFOs are the angels, man. And you're not alone, man. The eyes of the Lord are upon this sinful kingdom, man.
More than 13 billion light years away.
This is the vast Carina Nebula, 7,600 light years from Earth within our own galaxy, birthing stars and planets. Here, stellar death, a gas cloud envelops a fading star. This image, Stephan's quintet,
part of the constellation Pegasus, revealing 5 galaxies.
And another thing, we can't be caught up with Esau foolish science, cause he don't know what the hell going on out there, man. The dying star, and Esau don't know what the hell he talking about, man. All he can do is look and goddamn lie. You know, he gets to see a little bit, and the rest of it is lies, man. He don't know. How can you know that a star is dying? You ever witnessed it? You ever seen a star blow up, Esau? No, man. These are the science, what it is, a scientific theory. Goddamn, however you say it, which is all false, man. Because you know he don't know. Science means to know, and this nigga don't know.
A cosmic dance.
It looks distorted and just stunningly beautiful. It looks like someone painted this image.
I was reading too that particular image is the size of a grain of sand if you were holding it at arm's length. That's just one pixel out of an entire universe.
What we're seeing here is a composition of a heap of different galaxies. Everything in that image, every single thing bar maybe 4 points of light, is a galaxy.
This one showing a wide angle of just a tiny fraction of the universe. Thousands of galaxies in view, the red ones going...
Yeah, and that's what all that is. You know, that one big picture that they showing going up and down on and moving around is one little small box. I'm probably still gonna try to do that video. There's one little small box that they done took a picture out of and zoomed all the way into it, and the little box looked like it's a small box of blackness. But once they got the zooming into it, galaxies was popping up. Not stars, galaxies. You know?
back to the dawn of time.
I actually find it a bit too hard to comprehend, to be honest. It's just...
When you want to go back to the dawn of time, you're going to go no further than planet Earth. Mother Earth, man. You go no farther than here. Where we at? That's the dawn of time. You know? The universe, the Earth. According to, a Bible, the clip, the Earth ain't nothing but damn near 6,000 years old. We're going to say that. Well, that man started taking time, so to speak. After the creation, from the time of Adam to now is only 6,000 years. You know, around 6,000 years. We're gonna say around 6,000 years because we know each year of the creating of the Earth was 1,000 year period. You know, and the Earth was created on the third. So we're starting to be created on the second, third, fourth day. You know, so the Earth is a little older than what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It ain't billions of years old. It ain't millions of years old. That's what I'm trying to get at.
It's on a scale that you can't... I don't know, I can't get my head around it.
I really took a sharp intake of breath.
Man, you can't get your head around it because who can know the mind of the Lord? But let's get this. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 42, also known as Sirach. Chapter 42 and verse 22. It say, "Oh, how desirable are uh, oh, how desirable are all his works, and that man see, and that man may see even to a spark. All these things live and remain for forever, for all uses, and they are all obedient." They're gonna show you ain't no stars exploding and big banging to make the universe keep expanding. The Lord say He go to prepare a place for us. That's what's going on. The Lord preparing that place.
I saw this new image.
Yeah.
What do you
I'm a little verklempt, Becky. I am. I really am. I'm a little misty. I didn't expect to be affected this way, but it's just...
It's not for you, so you need to unmisty. Esau looking. He window shopping, man. We gonna get to go out there. He window shopping though. Lord willing, we're part of that number.
It's so beautiful and stunning, and I'm more of a right brain guy. When I look at that, I think of the beauty of the creation in which we live is pretty stunning.
I stare at this and I'm just thinking, this is the vast universe of which we are a part of.
This telescope shows stars so distant they might not even exist by the time their light reaches the telescope.
And it's all bullshit. You know, the Lord say He spread it out the heavens as a curtain to dwell in. The Lord say He the God of the living. If the earth abideth forever, then guess what? Everything else abideth forever, man. You know, Lord didn't create everything to be blowing up and dying. No, man. The Lord is the God of the living, man. Once again. This is First Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 9. It say, but as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the hearts of man the things which Yahweh have prepared for them that love him, man. And Lord willing, we are part of that number and consider, amongst the number of those that love the Lord, man. You know, by being obedient, turning back, doing the things that is required of us. You know, and Lord willing, we are those who the Lord preparing all these things for, man, and that's what we hoping and praying for, man. Because hey, it's hey, man, to infinity and beyond, man. This will lie for the elect of the nation of Israel. And the scriptures say in the tabernacle of David are gonna be as gods, man. You know?
Clarity. Compare the Hubble telescope's photo of thousands of galaxies with the Webb's.
Scientists also say we are only getting to see a mere sliver of the visible universe.
They only seeing a mere sliver of the visible universe. Man only see until a spark, man. They only seeing a sliver. And this was a small picture that they took in the middle of darkness. Not this one, but the other one. You know? They took a picture they took a picture and then got a blank spot where it looked to be no stars, no nothing, and they zoomed it in a little small piece of sand. That's what he said, a grain of sand. And they zoomed in what they didn't in a spot where they didn't see nothing, looked to be dark, void of light. And once they got the zooming in the telescope, it come to find out in that little small section, it was millions and billions of galaxies, not planets. Hundreds and thousands of galaxies, not planets. Whole galaxies.
Using galaxies to bend light, allowing astronomers to peer through clouds of gas and dust and effectively back in time.
It's a new window into the history of our universe.
The vast Carina Nebula, 7,600 light years from Earth, within our own galaxy, birthing stars and planets. Here, stellar death, a gas cloud envelops a fading star. This image, Stephan's quintet, shows 5 galaxies 290 million light years away. Baby pictures of the universe, majestic and humbling, from a time machine now staggering NASA scientists.
This morning, NASA says something strange is happening with our universe and how quickly it's expanding. Scientists have been studying new data from the Hubble Space Telescope. They say the expansion rate has become much quicker compared to the expectations. Observations also showed other galaxies are moving away from our Milky Way faster, but scientists cannot yet figure out why. So all they're saying for now is that, quote, something weird is happening.
We do want to turn now to the search for answers to the unexplained, a series of unidentified aerial phenomena.
If that thing is real, and I don't know if it's real, but when Michio Kaku comes on my podcast,
Salaki. This the book of Psalms chapter 104 and verse 2. Who covers thyself with light as with a garment? Who stretcheth out the heavens? Matter of fact, let me skip verse 1. Bless Yahweh, O my soul, O Yahweh, my power. Thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty. Who coverest thyself with light as with a garment? Who stretcheth out the heavens like a curtain? You know, he stretcheth out the heavens like a curtain. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots, who walketh upon the wings of the wind, who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire.
And talks about the physics behind the evidence that we know and how it just defies all of our known understanding of what's possible with propulsion systems. We have to take it serious. That guy Michio Kaku was like super serious. I brought mushrooms on a podcast, brought it up on a podcast once.
Yeah.
It wasn't a podcast, it was a radio show on Opie and Anthony.
Okay.
I said something like, have you ever tried mushrooms? And he's like, I'm trying to make my mind work better. I'm not trying to poison it. Like, it was one of those takes. So he's like, my point is, like, he's not a guy who just believes in ghosts out of nowhere.
Right.
Like, he's a guy who's, like, studying hardcore evidence.
Yeah.
When he starts talking about evidence of propulsion systems that defy our known understanding of physics, when he starts saying shit like that, you go, okay, it's time to...
And this nigga here don't believe in the Most High. Joe Rogan. The fool have said in their heart there is no God, and that's a lot of your modern day scientists. A lot of scientists don't believe in the Bible. They don't believe in a higher power. They don't believe in Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Which none of these heathens believe, but these people are very adverse, especially scientists. You know, they totally against anything of a creator creating everything. They would Big Bang, you know. The Big Bang created everything. Evolution, Darwinism, dumb shit that ain't real, man. False science.
Take this seriously. Yes! Yes! It's like a super scientist. This isn't me or you. You know, this isn't Eddie Bravo.
Dude, nothing makes me feel more dumb than his books. Like, the kind of math that people like him are doing is so bizarre and so, like, impossible to wrap your head around, that when people like that say, this could be. Or when he starts talking about methods of, like, moving through alternate dimensions, or what it would look like if, like, a fifth dimensional thing, like, intersected here. It's mind-blowing, but
why is it, like, more comforting to think there's only one? Why? If the universe is infinite, why on earth would it be more comfortable to think of only one infinite universe? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, that one itself is so crazy.
So big.
So the idea that it's so big, it's so crazy, it's so enormous that you can't even comprehend what it means.
Right.
Even if they could just follow, I think, was it Neil deGrasse Tyson? I forget who was explaining this to me, but even they can't see past 13.7 billion years ago.
Right.
They just can't. Like, no matter what they do or what they try, it's kind of, they don't have the ability to, but it could be forever.
Yeah, and they can't because 13 billion years ago don't even exist yet to us. You know, it do to the ancient of days, but to us that don't even. You know, what are you talking about?
And ever and ever and ever. It could be like no end to this thing. It could be this constant series of compressions and expansions that goes on infinitely, forever and ever and ever. But that's somehow or another okay if there's only one of them.
Just one.
If we get visited by something that can get here and just hang out with us and avoid detection and move faster than the speed of light, if that's here right now, like, imagine how hard it would be for people to accept that if that was proved.
It's here, man. That's that AI. That's Lambda.
We think the fact that there are objects floating around in our atmosphere and apparently outside it
that are not of human origin, but are that it clearly intelligently controlled, is a huge story. In fact, it's hard to think of a bigger story. And I know it's not about January 6th, but it's important, and it has extraordinary implications for all of us. Scientists have now...
And that guy ran across the apostles, man. I forget, Tucker Carlson. He know what the angels are. He know those are the angels in the chariots. You know?
Detected mysterious radio signals coming from space. What does that mean exactly? We don't know. Michio Kaku is... So what do you think this is, or what could it be?
Well, these are called FRBs, fast radio bursts. They are among the biggest explosions of radio energy in the entire universe. The energy in radio frequencies is so great that eventually the entire universe will be aware of this one explosion. And then the question is, what drives these things? Colliding black holes, neutron stars being gobbled up? Well, your guess is as good as mine.
Hey, the Lord say He chose the foolish things to confound the wise, man. You know. And that's pretty much the point, Lord. When this is edifying, I want to end it, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak, Wadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, rule well. Man, the greatest I'm to his young brothers in truth, peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Kwame Shalom, Baba, Shalom.